Hi everyone, welcome to Football Huddle. My name's Dave Foley from ICU Video Productions. Each week on Football Huddle, we bring you highlights of amateur football from all across the Edmonton region. We start off with wall-to-wall coverage of senior football from the Edmonton Metro League. In addition to that, we've got highlights from the home games of the Edmonton Wildcats and the Edmonton Huskies of the Prairie Football Conference and the U of A Golden Bears home games. We got a lot of stuff to get through today, so let's kick this show off right now.
Our first game of the week is the 0-2 Austin OBrien Crusaders versus the 1-1 Harry Amely Titans. Early on, Harry Amely quarterback Cody Olson drops straight back and goes over the middle to Jonathan Rosary, who runs into the end zone for a 26-yard touchdown. 7-0 Amely in the first. Early in the second, Olson rolls out of the pocket to his left and finds Ben Ellenberger all alone in the end zone, putting the Titans up by a score of 14-0. Then, with only 8 seconds left in the half, Amely pads their lead with more of the same from the Titan quarterback. He finds his old friend Jonathan Rosary as he beats the safety to the corner, and it's 21-0 Harry Amely at the half. OBrien did finally get some traction, down 29-0 in the fourth quarter. Quarterback Riley Atkins drops a short pass to Isaac Nianda in the red zone for the score. However, they missed the convert. Then more Amely and more Jonathan Rosary. This time it's a handoff for number 22, who dipsy-doodles across a couple of lanes before finding the yellow paint and putting Amely up 35-6. The Crusaders managed to get a few more points on the board, first with this play-action boot from Riley Atkins, and then in the dying moments, Isaac Nianda catches a big pass that he promptly carries about 30 yards for the score. OBrien converted for 2 points on both of those TDs, but it was too little, too late. Amely took this one 35-22. In the second game of the night at Foot Field, the 1-0 Salisbury Sabres met the 1-1 Spruce Grove Panthers. Sal got on the board first with the field goal, followed by this 27-yard touchdown dash from Jason Mix, making it 10-0 for the Sabres. Spruce Grove responded in the second quarter. Quarterback Colby Henkel goes deep to a galloping Luke Warren, who traverses through 50 yards of open range for Henkel's first passing touchdown. That brings the gap down to 3. Then, still in the second quarter, Henkel fires another rocket to Luke Warren, and all of a sudden, the Panthers have the lead. Following that, a quarterback sneak from the Sabres puts them in front. Then, a sneak from Colby Henkel puts Spruce Grove back in front. These teams really were neck and neck, so neck and neck, in fact, that they tied. This field goal settled the game at 23-23. Game 3, the 1-1 Bellerose Bulldogs versus the 1-1 Jasper Place Rebels. Check this out. Quarterback Morgan Sherman turns a high snap into something special. He picks up the bouncing ball at full speed, turns the corner, and finds Corbin Stewart waiting in the end zone. That puts Bellerose up 7-0 in the first. The Bulldogs added a field goal to make it 10-0. Then Rebel quarterback Josh Leggett hits Jaden Carroll on a flat route. He takes that one to the end zone. The Rebels went for 2 on that score, and Alex Gale would convert. You know what? Something tells me he's been practicing this little dance number. A short yardage punch from Mr. Gale puts the Rebels up by 4 at the half. On to the third quarter, and this time it's Joseph Chaschin waiting in the flats. He makes his way north, and after a couple hellos, he's in the end zone. 17-14 Bellerose. Early in the fourth, Bellerose adds to that total on an option pitch to Colton Moronic. He stomps that one to the house and makes it 24-14. At that point, Josh Leggett tries to take things into his own hands. He calls his own number straight down the middle for the 14-yard rushing score. Then he hits Corbin Stewart with a beautiful throw on the run for the 2-point convert. And Stewart gets a little bit rattled here. He'd get back up, but the Rebel team couldn't quite do the same. Bellerose ended up taking this one 24-22. In our final Div 1 game of the week, the 2-0 Bev Facey Falcons took on the 1-0 Paul Kane Blues in a barn burner. If you haven't learned the name Chuba Hubbard yet, you will now. The Bev Facey sophomore can move. Later in the first, though, Paul Kane would strike back. Aiden Mueller steals a touchdown from the hands of Brian Kostelik with this nifty pick 6. Both teams added 2 on top of their touchdowns then. It was back to Hubbard just a few plays later. He picks up another score from 27 yards out, and I'll let the legs do a bit more talking. Second quarter. The Blues answer with a deep connection between quarterback Brendan Guy and Matt Schaff. Clearly, there were multiple offensive threats on the field that night. For just a few minutes after, Brendan Guy hits wide receiver Liam McKinnon for a 44-yard passing touchdown. Before the end of the half, Chuba Hubbard would carry another one in. It was 24-23 for Paul Kane going into the third. Partway through the third quarter, Hubbard goes 69 yards for his fourth rushing touchdown of the night. Paul Kane missed a couple of tackle chances early on that play. They would respond instead with this 63-yard catch and run. It was a launch from Brendan Guy to Tanner Buchanan. I'd say Brendan Guy has an arm, wouldn't you? A 7-yard dive from Hubbard puts the Falcons back on top. The Falcons added another touchdown for insurance, prompting the Blues to chance a comeback. Brendan Guy starts it here with a short yardage strike to Aiden Mueller, but as this game became the Hubbard-Guy show, it would be a connection between the two that sealed the game's fate. Number 30 stems the Blues' final assault of the night. Chuba Hubbard gets the last laugh in a land-air epic. Hubbard's pick six here and his 6 rushing touchdowns led the Falcons to the win in a showdown of two of the league's best offenses. 50-40 was the final.
Wow, now that was a game. That could be the best football we see all season. Incredible job, guys. Now, next week we have a ton of football lined up for you, including these feature games. From Division 3, East Glen is going to be taking on Queen Elizabeth. From Division 2, St. Albert is battling Ardrossan. And from Division 1, the feature game is between longtime rivals Spruce Grove and Harry Amely. We will also have highlights from the U of A Golden Bears as they host the University of Manitoba Bisons. Thanks for watching Football Huddle, everybody. And remember to support amateur football in the Metro Edmonton region by going out and watching a game live. I'm Dave Foley from ICU Video Productions. Thanks.